Have you ever felt like regular jobs just don't make sense for you? Like no matter how hard you try to fit in, something inside you resists? That's not laziness, and it's definitely not a coincidence. It's a sign. Chosen ones were never meant to follow the traditional path. From childhood, they've felt different, like they were meant for something greater. And yet, society pushes them into the same system designed for the masses, telling them to settle for a life that drains their spirit. But here's the truth. Chosen ones don't thrive in structured routines, pointless meetings, or working just to survive. They crave purpose, creativity, and freedom, things that traditional jobs rarely offer. The reason so many feel lost, stuck, or even depressed in these roles isn't because they aren't capable. It's because they aren't meant to be there in the first place. And the more they try to force it, the more life pushes back. Sound familiar? If so, then keep watching, because this video is going to explain exactly why regular jobs feel unbearable for chosen ones, and more importantly, how to break free. By the end, you'll understand why you've always felt different, what your real purpose is, and how to step into the life you were truly meant for. So are you ready to finally hear the truth? The struggle to fit into regular jobs. If you are a chosen one, you have probably noticed that regular jobs feel off. There's this deep, nagging feeling that you're forcing yourself into a mold that was never meant for you, while others seem content following orders, clocking in and out, and chasing promotions. You can't help but feel like you're wasting your potential. It's not laziness, it's the undeniable sense that your soul is meant for something greater. The more you try to just go with it, the more drained and disconnected you become. Most people believe success means blending in and climbing the corporate ladder, but that's not how chosen ones operate. You're wired differently, and that difference is your power. Sitting at a desk for 8 hours, following rules made by someone else, feels like slow suffocation. You crave autonomy, creativity, and depth, things traditional jobs rarely offer. That's why so many chosen ones either job hop endlessly or feel stuck in a cycle of frustration. It's not about avoiding responsibility, it's about aligning with your true purpose. But here's the real kicker. The harder you try to fit in, the more the universe pushes back. It's as if every job that drains your spirit is a lesson screaming, "This is not your path." Instead of resisting this truth, what if you embraced it? What if, instead of trying to be normal, you leaned into the idea that you were built for something different? The question is, what's stopping you from breaking free? Maybe it's the fear of uncertainty, or maybe it's the system itself designed to keep you trapped. The conflict between routine and creativity. Routine and structure may work for most people, but for a chosen one, they feel like shackles. The idea of doing the same tasks every day at the same time in the same place, it's enough to make your soul scream. Your mind thrives on new ideas, inspiration, and freedom. Yet traditional jobs demand repetition and predictability. It's no surprise that chosen ones often find themselves zoning out in meetings, restless in offices, and desperate for a creative outlet. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because your energy wasn't meant to be caged. This constant battle between routine and creativity creates inner turmoil. You may try to convince yourself that you just need to focus or be more responsible, but deep down, you know the truth. Your best ideas don't come when you're forced into a rigid schedule. They emerge when you're free to think, explore, and flow with inspiration. Chosen ones need space to create, innovate, and bring new visions to life. But the modern work culture doesn't value that. It prioritizes efficiency over brilliance, obedience over originality. So what happens? You suppress your creative spark to survive in the system, but it never truly dies. It lingers, whispering in the back of your mind, reminding you that you were meant for something different. You feel the pull toward a life where your gifts are fully expressed, but stepping away from the safety of routine can be terrifying. What if following your creativity leads to financial instability? What if you fail? These fears keep you stuck, yet the longer you stay, the more your soul rebels. And that rebellion often starts with something invisible to others, your sensitivity to energy. The energy sensitivity of chosen ones. If you are a chosen one, you've probably noticed that certain environments drain you faster than others. Traditional workplaces filled with stress, competition, and artificial expectations feel like an energetic battlefield. The moment you step into an office or a crowded workspace, you absorb the tension in the air, like an antenna picking up signals of anxiety, frustration, and exhaustion. It's not just in your head. Your spiritual sensitivity makes you more attuned to these vibrations. While others brush it off, you feel it in your body, in your emotions, and in your soul. This sensitivity can make regular jobs unbearable. Sitting under fluorescent lights, surrounded by people who are just getting through the day, leaves you mentally and physically drained. You might experience sudden exhaustion, unexplained mood shifts, or even physical discomfort. It's because chosen ones don't just work in a place, they absorb its energy. And let's be honest, most workplaces weren't designed for high vibrational beings. They thrive on routine, pressure, and conformity, all things that feel suffocating to someone with a deeper calling. But here's the truth. This sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's a gift. It means you are highly intuitive, deeply connected, and capable of sensing things others can't. The challenge is learning how to navigate a world that wasn't built for you without losing yourself in the process. What if instead of enduring environments that drain you, you created one that empowered you? The first step is recognizing that the system was never designed for people like you. And once you see that clearly, the next question becomes impossible to ignore. Why stay trapped in it? Feeling trapped in the system. At some point, every chosen one wakes up to a hard truth. The system wasn't made for them. It was made to control them. From childhood, society pushes a script: go to school, get a job, work until retirement. But what if that entire structure was designed to keep you small, distracted, and too exhausted to ever step into your true power? The longer you stay in a job that drains you, the harder it becomes to imagine a way out. It's not just about money, it's about a system that conditions people to believe there is no alternative. You've felt it, haven't you? The invisible walls closing in, the frustration of knowing you were meant for more, but feeling stuck in an endless cycle. Maybe you've tried to break free before, only to be met with fear, self-doubt, or the pressure of financial survival. Society convinces you that leaving a stable job is reckless, but deep down, you know staying is the real risk. Every day you spend ignoring your purpose, you lose a little more of yourself. And the worst part, the system thrives on that. It wants you to feel too powerless to rebel. But here's what they don't tell you. Chosen ones were never meant to follow the script. You were born to rewrite it. That's why jobs feel unbearable, why routine crushes your spirit, why you sense something deeper calling you. The struggle isn't just about work, it's about waking up to the truth of who you are. And once that awakening happens, there's no going back. The next step becomes clear. You weren't meant to fit into the system. You were meant to build something entirely new. The call to break free and create. Every chosen one reaches a moment when they can no longer ignore the call to break free. It starts as a whisper, a nagging thought that won't go away. There has to be more than this. Then it grows louder, pushing against the walls of a life that feels too small for your soul. You weren't meant to be another cog in the machine. You weren't designed to follow someone else's blueprint. You are here to create, to build, to bring something new into the world. And deep down, you've always known it. But let's be real. Stepping into your power isn't easy. The system teaches you to doubt yourself, to believe that you need permission to live life on your terms. It convinces you that security comes from a paycheck, not from your own ability to create. That's why so many chosen ones hesitate, stuck between the fear of the unknown and the pain of staying where they don't belong. But here's the truth. The discomfort you feel isn't failure. It's your soul rebelling against a life that isn't yours. The real question is, how long will you ignore the call? The world isn't changed by those who play it safe. It's transformed by those who dare to break the rules. And as a chosen one, you weren't just meant to break the rules, you were meant to rewrite them. The moment you fully embrace that truth, everything shifts. But of course, there's always one thing that keeps most people trapped: the fear of financial survival. The pressure of financial survival. The biggest chain that keeps chosen ones trapped in unfulfilling jobs isn't lack of passion, it's financial fear. Society drills the idea that stability only comes from a paycheck, a contract, a retirement plan. And while money is a necessary tool, the real question is, are you truly secure if your entire livelihood depends on someone else's decisions? The irony is, most stable jobs aren't stable at all. Layoffs, burnout, and economic shifts can pull the rug from under you at any moment. But when you create your own path, you control your destiny. Of course, walking away from a guaranteed income is terrifying. Every chosen one feels that fear when they first consider breaking free. What if I fail? What if I can't make enough money? What if I regret it? These questions aren't signs to stop. They're signals that you're on the edge of something powerful. The system conditions you to believe that security is external, when in reality, it's something you build from within. Chosen ones don't thrive in jobs. They thrive when they align their purpose with their income. That's why the solution isn't to reject money, it's to redefine how you earn it. The goal isn't to struggle, but to create financial freedom on your own terms. Imagine waking up every day knowing your work fuels your soul and supports your life. That's not a fantasy. It's the reality of those who step into their purpose. But here's the thing. Real purpose isn't just about personal success. Chosen ones are meant to do something bigger, serve others. Serving others is a life mission. Chosen ones aren't just here to make money, they're here to make an impact. Deep down, you've always felt it, the desire to help, to uplift, to guide others towards something greater. That's why regular jobs feel so empty, because they focus on profit, not purpose. When you align your work with service, everything changes. Money stops feeling like a struggle. Opportunities start flowing, and most importantly, you feel fulfilled. Because for chosen ones, success isn't just about personal gain. It's about using their gifts to elevate the world. But here's the catch. Serving others doesn't mean self-sacrifice. Too many chosen ones fall into the trap of giving endlessly without receiving. They work for free, undervalue their skills, or burn out trying to help everyone. True service isn't about draining yourself. It's about finding a balance where your purpose and your prosperity coexist. When you step into your calling, you realize that helping others and thriving financially aren't opposites. In fact, the more you step into your true mission, the more abundance follows. So what's your gift? What have you always been naturally good at? These aren't random talents. They are clues to your life's mission. Chosen ones are meant to use their unique abilities to bring light into the world. But to do that, you must first understand yourself. Because before you can lead others, you must discover who you truly are. And that journey of self-discovery, it's where everything begins. The importance of self-discovery. If you are a chosen one, you've likely spent years feeling different, but have you ever stopped to ask why? Your gifts, your struggles, even the challenges you've faced, they all hold clues to your purpose. The problem is, society never teaches self-discovery. Instead, it conditions people to follow a path that ignores their true essence. But for chosen ones, ignoring their inner calling isn't an option. The more they try to conform, the more lost they feel. The only way forward is to look within and truly understand who they are. This journey isn't about finding a new job or a different career. It's about uncovering the deeper reason you were put on this earth. What energizes you? What sparks your passion? What skills come naturally to you? These aren't random traits. They are signposts leading you toward your mission. Some chosen ones are meant to heal, others to teach, innovate, or inspire. But one thing is certain, the more aligned you become with your true self, the easier life flows. Struggle comes when you fight against your nature. Yet self-discovery isn't always easy. It requires breaking away from the expectations placed upon you and embracing what truly makes you unique. It's a process of shedding old beliefs, fears, and doubts to step fully into your power. But here's the biggest challenge. Most people never take this step because fear holds them back. And that's exactly why overcoming fear and doubt is the next step in this transformation. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear is the #1 reason chosen ones stay stuck in lives that don't fulfill them. It whispers doubts in their minds. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I lose everything? But here's the truth. Fear is nothing more than a test. It exists to see if you are truly ready to step into your power. Every great leader, creator, and visionary has faced it. The difference? They didn't let it stop them. Instead, they moved forward despite it, proving that fear only has as much power as you give it. Most people wait for fear to disappear before they take action, but that's not how it works. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to act in spite of it. The first time you step outside the system, the fear will be overwhelming, but each step you take makes it weaker. Every success, no matter how small, builds momentum. Chosen ones must realize that their path is different from the rest. They aren't meant to follow the safe, predictable road. They are meant to carve a new one. So what's stopping you? The doubts, the what-ifs, the fear of stepping into the unknown. Those are illusions designed to keep you from your destiny. The only way to truly fail is to never try at all. And once you break through fear, an entirely new reality opens up. A reality where you are no longer just surviving, you are creating, thriving, and stepping fully into your purpose. And that is exactly what chosen ones are meant to do. Creating a new reality. Chosen ones aren't here to follow the rules, they're here to rewrite them. The moment you stop forcing yourself into a system that was never built for you, everything shifts. No more soul-draining jobs, no more suppressing your gifts just to survive. Instead of fitting into someone else's reality, you start building your own. And that's when life starts working for you, not against you. Opportunities appear, connections form, and suddenly, what once felt impossible becomes your new normal. But creating a new reality requires more than just desire. It demands action. Many chosen ones dream of escaping the system, but few take the necessary steps. Why? Because stepping into the unknown is uncomfortable. But discomfort is a sign that transformation is happening. It's the space between your old life and the one you're meant to live. Every entrepreneur, healer, artist, and visionary who has ever changed the world started by embracing that discomfort. The key is to take the first step, no matter how small. And here's the best part. Once you start creating your own path, you'll never want to go back. You'll realize that freedom, creativity, and purpose aren't luxuries, they are your birthright. The system was never meant for chosen ones, and that's exactly why they are meant to rise above it. The question is, are you ready to step into the life you were truly meant to live? So now you know, chosen ones were never meant for regular jobs. You felt it your whole life, but society convinced you to ignore it. The question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Will you keep forcing yourself into a system that was never designed for you? Or will you finally step into your true power and create the life you were meant to live? Deep down, you already know the answer. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your work aligns with your soul's purpose. that you are free to create, to inspire, to serve others in a way that feels natural. That's not just a dream. It's what happens when chosen ones stop doubting themselves and take action. But here's the thing, most people never do. Fear keeps them stuck. Will you be one of the few who break free? Or will you let another year slip by, feeling trapped and unfulfilled? If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Do you feel like you were never meant for a regular job? What's the biggest thing holding you back? Share your thoughts below, and let's build a community of chosen ones who are ready to rise. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of your journey. The world is waiting for you to step into your true purpose. The only question is, will you answer the call?